history, government civics, and I also teach a seminar on politics of the modern Middle East to the seniors. As well as that, I'm also a school executive committee staff liaison, which is an elected position. The staff usually elects one of their own every single year. Right. I had the honor of doing it last year, and I will be the executive committee liaison until the new one is selected this upcoming year.
So tell us a bit about the school. What are the numbers of students you have here? What are the grades you go up to? And I mean, are all the courses which are taught here fully accredited by the state?
Sure. Well, we are a K through 12 school. We have multiple classes in essentially every class up until, I believe this year it's going to be up until 8th grade. We have approximately 435 students or so in the K through 12. That number might be off by a little just because we still have some people we don't know if they're coming in or if people aren't coming in for the fall semester. The curriculum of the school is actually comparable to almost any public high school that you have in the state. The only differences are that we also incorporate Arabic language for the youth. They can also continue to take Arabic if they choose in high school, or they can go with another language such as Spanish or French. As well, we have Quranic studies and we have Islamic studies.
And how many students are in the school?
In the high school, there's about 48. And in the entire school, K through 12, is about 435.
And how long has the school here been in existence?
The school's been in existence since 1992. We recently graduated our third high school graduating class, and they're getting bigger. The school is very bottom heavy.
Yes.
We've got a lot of students in the younger grades, and they're starting to have a higher retention rate as it goes up. It used to be parents would take the kids out after 8th grade. They'd want them to go to the public school for a high school for many of the reasons you hear, oh, it's going to be this kind of an education and that kind. But we've put kids here in Ivy League schools. We've put kids in some of the top institutions around the area, and there's no reason now parents are realizing there is no reason to leave your kid, out of the school, not to allow them to continue on.
Right, and alhamdulillah, we see the school has many facilities here. We're really impressed by the science lab here. We've been in many schools, and we haven't come across really as an extensive science lab as we have here. And I just want to ask you just to talk a bit, first of all, I want to talk about you yourself. How long have you been Muslim?
I've been Muslim now for 11 years.
Okay, and what's your story? How did you become Muslim?
Well, it's funny. If you see on the outside of the masjid here, it stands out. A lot of masjids in America are essentially converted, warehouses or converted office complex. Okay, but this particular building was actually constructed with the idea of being a mosque. Hence, we have a dome outside. We have a minaret. And when I was driving, I'm one of these people with an insatiable appetite, curiosity. Okay, I always have to know more and more and more. When I was driving down a few times, I noticed off to the right, I said, there's this building with a dome and a minaret. And I said, I think that's one of those Islamic places. So I was in high school, so, one day without telling my parents, I said, you know what, I'm just going to, drive off. Make the long story short, I came in, the imam was in, and I came up to him and I said, look, I apologize if I'm, violating any etiquette here. I said, I took my shoes off where it said, please take your shoes off. I said, but I'm just curious about the religion. I'm curious about, this and that. I said, I don't want to convert. I said, don't convert me. But I said, and the imam was like, that's no problem at all. Why don't you come? They were about to pray Maghrib. He said, just observe the prayer and talk to a couple of people. I said, that's fine. And over the course of, I'd say, about the next 6 months, my journey to Islam essentially was completed. And then I finally took Shahada.
And when you took Shahada, did you, and you informed your family you were becoming Muslim, what was their reaction to that?
It was very bad. Okay. Well, I shouldn't say very bad. There are families I know that were a lot worse than mine.
Yes.
My mother was convinced I'd